to you ordinary Nigerians with extraordinary stories of what happened to them, what they have been through, what they have gone through. We live in a country where everybody lets it go. And because we let it go, things are actually happening to us in the way that we can't even speak. We need to talk, we need to speak, they need to hear our voice. Has Nigeria happened to you? Is a program of Ladies Will Show. Send us a DM and you have a platform to talk, discuss, and get healed. The truth is that you can never get healed if you don't talk about what has happened to you. Has Nigeria happened to you? Is a program of Beauty Social. Good to have you today for us to do and discuss like always. Has Nigeria
Ordinary people, extraordinary survival. Keep watching because every story can change a life. You're on BD's. Has Nigeria happened to you?
has Ni-
What's your Nigerian story?
we have a Nigerian who Nigeria has actually happened to. And we need to hear his voice. He needs to speak. He needs to heal totally. We live in a society where the people will tell you, oh, just let it go. Oh, don't speak. And they don't consider your mental health, your psychological health. If you don't speak, you don't get healed. If you don't speak, you don't get free. A lot of people are carrying pain inside of them. And that pain can only go when you speak. Has Nigerian happened to you? And today we have a man with so much pain. And the only way we can do is for Nigerians to hear him. That starts his healing. Has Nigeria happened to you? And today we'll have Mr. Ugo as will call me to join us today. Good day, sir. Ugo
Yeah, good
King.
day.
Welcome to Be This Watch Show.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing? You're not looking good. You're not looking good. How are you
Uh,
today?
Actually, I may not look good because Nigeria happened to me.
It's actually happened to you.
Actually, yes, Nigeria actually happened to me. That's what I think.
Can you can you tell us what actually happened to you? How Nigeria happened to you? Can you tell us a brief story of what really happened?
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, my wife passed on the 15th of May 2025. So since all these days to this very present day, it's almost a year plus. I've not been myself. The pains, the trauma, the the situation made me feel so bad from the bottom of my heart. I'm really pained. And I'm pained because I know that death is a natural thing. That which will happen when it will happen. For this one is
Exactly.
carelessly, it happened carelessly, happened out of negligence and the incompetency of medical team at Luth, Lagos State University. And again, it's so painful
Loot,
because
uh,
we didn't get that
loot in
brilliance
Lagos.
out of it.
We're talking about loot in Lagos
Luth
State, are
in
we?
yes, yes, Luth in Lagos, Luth in Lagos State University. You know? So it didn't happen all of sudden or out of emergency. It happened after staying nearly 2 months in Luth on a bed rest. She was pregnant and with triplets. You know, according to the recommendation of the medical doctors, still we should have bed rest, which no one of us argued. Then we decided to give it. But at the point of delivery, after CS, cesarean operation, to deliver, everything came out easily after the operation, you know. So at that point, we get into the ward, and so I was at a period of 10 days that she passed on, you know. So there is a lot of story that are involved, which I would like to explain here according to your question. So, but this is the summary of the whole thing.
God. Hello?
So, can you hear me? I think you are still with me.
Network. Nigeria is
Network.
even happening to be this world by seizing the network.
Uh,
It's okay, go on, sir.
can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So, at the 10th day, she passed on. Then before then, um, after series of diagnosis, after series of lab tests, close to that 15th, she passed on. We went to a test, which they want to dictate what is going on with her tummy because her tummy was bloating. You know, it was at this point that she lost her strength because they failed to do what they're supposed to do at the beginning at the onset of the stomach bloating. So before they find out or before they make a decision for second operation to take away whatever is there, because what the X-ray and ultrasound found out is it has a intestine blockage of the intestine. You know. So we don't know what actually is this blockage of the intestine. So the emergency or the medical team was around the world, around her, just to determine what to do. On the process of studying her case file, she passed away. The doctors, they could not be able to save the situation again. They all ran away as soon as she closed her eyes. So at this point, I was left alone with nobody to do friends with me. I started calling my relatives to come and see what actually is happening in the world. So I think if there is any question you can ask, just control it up. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm here. I'm listening. I want you to take your time and tell your stories. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
listening.
So,
Because Nigerians need to hear. They need
yes.
to hear from the horse's mouth. They need to hear from you. You're the one telling the story. You're the one in pain.
So at this junction, we, before you get into the ward for delivery, they requested for some bloods, for pints of blood. They say I should prepare 3 pints of blood, which I prepare at a price, you know. Then after then, everything went successfully. The operation was fine. The babies, they came out fine, you know. Then after a day or 2 days, they said they will discharge the babies so that someone can take care of them at home, while my wife and me will stay behind until she gets okay. We agreed. My relatives they came in. They took the babies to our home, you know, and then while I went back to the hospital to deal with my wife. So on the 7th or 8th day, they removed the caretaker and the waste pipe, which was urine for urinating and other things, other waste. At the end of the day, at that very night, they removed the caretaker and the pipe. The stomach started bloating again. I called the attention of the nurses.
Chai,
They said
shit.
there's nothing they can do unless the doctors know what is wrong or know what was wrong. So at the end of the day, the doctors called the surgeon or so. Then when they came in, they said, no, this is uh, um, significance of delivery, you know, of a nursing mother. There's nothing wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with the tummy. We argued, and they left. I don't know what the report they made or what they reported, but it was on the second day when the whole thing was still on. Probably the real doctors that were taking care of her, they were in groups. They have groups. So the group we were now, maybe they put pressure, which we never knew. I don't know. But eventually, those ones that came the previous day to examine and know what actually was wrong with her, They came in again this following morning, with the whole team. They came in with the whole team. So they were studying her case file. And then when I asked them, they said they want to determine if she can carry on with the second operation. That's what I'm saying. You know. So on the process, they said they want to resuscitate her, boost her strength. So after boosting her strength, they will take her to emergency ICU to boost her strength more. When the strength is stabilized, then they can get in for second operation to operate and find out what is the status of that intestine intestine blockage. Hmm? So on the process of studying the case file, she just passed away. So that is what it was the end of the whole story. Everything was just like that. So I don't know what to do again. I started calling I cried and I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried. Then the only decision at my disposal was to start calling my relatives. I first called her sisters, and somehow they had the feel that something was going on. So one of them even came and immediately rushed. I found out that the baby is dead. And she was the one that started calling about her relatives. Let the news out. That was it. So everything becomes a problem after that hour. Settle the bills, to run for one meeting or the other, and to take the motion. We took the after 1 hour, according to what they said at that hour. Say nobody that passed away can stay on the same bed for more than an hour.
Wow. This
So before I know it, they have
this is
wrapped
so
her
touching.
up
This is
and
so
took her to
touching.
the morgue, the mortuary. You know, that
What
was it.
is happening in this country? The the medical negligence in Nigeria, it's too much.
It was I saw it live. It was walking like an evil. It was like evil with legs and hands walking. And when all these things happen, what I found out is that because there are a lot of mistakes I see live the doctors are doing. If I may say, they are all interested in that their title. They were all interested in that their title because one of the students, some of the all the student doctors, they hang their shoulders so high. That's what I'm saying. They hang their shoulders so high. They fail to do whatever they're supposed to do at the right time to save lives. When whatever they feel like doing or they feel is best is what they try to do in correcting issue that already went wrong. Because if they did what they're supposed to do at the onset of this situation, there is no way these stories will be on the pages of any social media. That's what I'm saying. Because number one, when I started complaining about the stomach, nobody paid the news to me. It was on persistent,
Ah,
push that they decided to come and see what actually is happening. And they left that day without taking any decision because their decision was everything was right, everything was normal. That was science of delivery. That's how they said it. It was science of delivery. But had it been they decided to make one or two things right that very hour, by now my wife will not be with the Lord.
ah,
Then it was the second day because whatever you could solve on an hour, and you try
it's
to solve it in the next 2 or 3 hours, you remember something must go wrong. That was what happened. The second day, it was too late. because the situation have advanced to a stage. You understand what I'm saying? So the second day they came for the whole of the day, it was only one day they removed that thing that my wife drank water, she ate pap, she drank pap and ate. You remember something was going wrong. That was what happened. The second day it was too late because the situation have advanced to a stage. That's what I'm saying. So the second day they came
This is
for the whole of the day. It was
his
only one day
network
they removed that thing that my wife.
is network is actually happening to us here. When we say has Nigeria happened to you, it's not just people dying, losing job or then. Nigeria is happening to be this world. We're in the studio here, but the network will not allow our girls to tell his story very well. That is so pathetic. The medical negligence in Nigeria is growing too much. And do you know why it's growing? Because we have the culture of not speaking. We have the culture of letting it go. We have the culture of looking away. We have the culture of looking away. Mr. Go, sorry, that's network. That's net.
Ordinary people, extraordinary survival. Keep watching because every story can change a life. You're on BD's World TV. Has Nigeria happened to you? Has Nigeria happened to you? Real pain, real lessons. Share your story on the BD Story on the BD's World podcast.
Mr. Go, that's so pathetic. I'm so sorry for what you have gone through. We are so, so sorry. Ah, I see. I know what you're going through. I went through that. This, I don't wish it my enemy, honestly. Watching your loved one dying in front of you, when you know that the person is not supposed to die, it hurts. It's
Yes,
heartbreaking.
that's the most
Now,
painful,
since
definitely
your
side of
wife
it.
died, what has the Luth Hospital Management, what have they done?
Actually, since I left that hospital, that moment, there's never been a single human being at the medical team that say, "How are you?" or "Hi." Up to this moment,
Did you hear me?
none of them. Yes,
I said,
I'm saying
since
talking. Can you hear me too?
yeah, I can hear you very well. I said, since your wife
I
died,
say
the
since
Luth
that this
Management, what have they done? What have they
they
done?
said nothing, they did nothing. They
You
said
see,
nothing, they did nothing. Up to
you
this
see,
very hour.
honestly, that is actually the annoying part of it. You will kill a
Yes,
whole human being and you call the bluff of the disease owner. You will not say anything to them. You will not talk to them. You just call their bluff. Now, what have you done
just
since
like that.
this thing happened? Because this is pure negligence. This is pure medical negligence. What have you done since this
Exactly.
thing happened? What have you done?
Well, I did nothing. I've been passing through my trauma and pain,
I
which I
know.
felt that there is no way I don't even know what actually to do. Let me just let this pain and trouble wear away from me before I could be able to make a decision.
I
Even as
know.
right now I'm talking to you, I'm still feeling the pains. I don't feel fine going public, but somehow it can remain with me forever. That's why I want to let it out because gradually I'm getting myself.
Yeah. You
Because
need to talk about it.
if someone wants to ask me a question, what happened? How did you know? I don't feel fine explaining
Yeah.
myself because
Yeah.
the sadness and the pain and tears will not cease
Too
from coming
much.
out.
It's even written all over your face. I'm telling you, it's written all over your face. I think you need a therapy. You need people around you because it's not something that you will come out of immediately. And coming to be this first show, has Nigeria happened to you? To talk about it is another way of getting healed. Now, it now depends on you. Do you want case? Do you want case? Then you can go through the police. Then they will call loot management because this is pure negligence. Your wife was not an emergency case. He was in a loot 2 months before the day of her delivery. Now they had a surgery on her and there was intestinal blockage. It is their own mistake. They made a mistake on that woman's health. And the woman died and they kept mute. They've not reached out to the family. They've not reached out to the husband, and they just kept note as if it's not a human being that died. And that is actually the annoying part of it. I know we have gotten so bad in this country that human lives are not worth anything. But my dear, talking about it is another easiest way for you to get healed. Now that you've been on a video show, I know people will reach out to you. People will reach out to you and they will ask you, what do you want? Do you want case or you just want to talk and let's, we'll have attitude in Nigeria. I just put it in the hands of God. Do you just want to speak and free yourself and put it in the hands of God, or do you want to speak and take it up because Luth actually did you bad?
Right now, actually, it was my intention before, to sue the institution, to sue the hospital management for negligence. But somehow, um, I stepped down a little bit. Why? Because, but on that decision, I said Sunday sometime I must lay this out to the public for the
Yeah.
people to understand the level of negligence existing in Luth, as probably some other hospitals in Nigeria. Because all these young doctors this present time, they don't consider life for anything.
I'm
They're
telling
all using
you.
human beings as guinea pig. They feel they are still in some practical laboratories where they can use. That's what they're doing life. They don't consider life for anything. Because on the
It's okay.
basis of this situation, I saw a lot of things happen. Can you imagine where a nurse can go to a blood bank and pick up a blood or a blood that belongs to another person without God being alive with that person? It could have used another blood to fix someone's
Now,
test. Is it not
there's
government
another
property?
thing. Yeah. There's another thing. A mother, a woman opened her mouth in Luth and told your wife that she is going to die. And the Luth management did not do anything to that. Those kind of people are not healthy to be in our health sector. Because for you to be in the health sector, it is life environment. You need, you need to be milked in nature. You need to have empathy. So such women do not have an empathy. So he has no place in the medical arena. He opens his mouth. See, our mouths are power. Our mouths are life. Do you understand? So many of us, whatever thing we say happens. She opens her mouth and told your wife that she's going to die in this hospital, and she actually died. What did the Luth management, what did they do about that?
The night this incident happened, or the night this woman committed this mess, that if my wife messed up much, she will beat her to death. She will beat her to death. I was the landlord. Because I was not present when this incident happened. The moment I came in, my wife was crying. She was like, what is saying? Then I confronted the nurse. Why should you make me such a nasty comment? This is your patient. You are a human being. This is a woman that just came back. She's in pain. She's in a situation. It's
Hello?
very unfair. I wanted to beat her, but some of the porters that were around and some nurses that were present, they decided to say to calm the situation down. But I said I took her picture that night, and I felt I said it with both spirit that I must see to the end of this comment. Then the next day, before I could get to the patron, somebody have reported to the patron or the matron or what they call it. So the matron came to me. I said to her that I can never forgive this woman. I must take this case up. In case peradventure anything happens, I will hold this woman responsible. Then the next day, they say the management or the security decided to call for my attention so that they will calm the situation down. I said, well, I have heard you. I have heard them. But I've decided what to do at the end of the day. But eventually, after some days, my wife passed on. So, and I reminded the environment or the people around that this is what this woman said. What her wish has happened. So I have to do something. Whatever she was then let them tell her that her wish have happened. But when I was requested to see the woman, she was on leave. Because after making this comment, I think after 1 or 2 days, she went on leave. I didn't see her in the hospital again. So when this incident happened, I passed the message for them to reach her that her wish have happened. So the management or the security and the other staff, I don't know who they are, but I know they are because they have special office. They work with the security. They all came to me while I was crying. They need my attention. I thought it was in response to whatever happened. But when I sat
You
down, when
you
they
thought they
calmed
want to
down,
console you. You thought they
this,
want to
yes.
console you.
So when they calmed me down, I sat down. They started talking to me and pleading that woman, that this and that and that, I should not take the case up, that I should
You
calm down,
see?
I should forgive, that it
Selfish
isn't the
set
woman,
of people.
it was
God.
ordinary talk. I say, I know, I was so calm. Remember, whatever happened to me is beyond what they called me for. You understand my situation? My
Yeah.
mind cannot process anything at that hour because nothing is closer to the death of my wife. So when they pleaded and talked and talked and talked, I'm supposed to be in the hospital, inside the hospital, where beside the remains of my wife. Then you separated me and called me somewhere at another office. I wasn't feeling fine in that environment. So I said to them, well, I've heard. They said if you have heard, I should delete her picture so that
Ah,
I will not make case more against her. On the process, I brought my phone and I deleted the picture and I said,
ah,
I just
no.
left.
Ah, you shouldn't
I
have
just left
deleted that
the
picture.
environment. Then I
I
went
would
back
have
to the
shown Nigerian this picture. We would have visited her and visited Luth. Honestly, Oga, you're too soft. You shouldn't have deleted that picture. They played on your intelligence. That was what they're interested
that's
in. They
it.
are not interested in you or your wife or those children that she left and died. They were just interested in saving their own name and their money. Very senseless human being in our hospital environment. Oh God, I'm so sorry, sir. Please accept our sympathy. I know what you're going through, but please take care of yourself and people around him. Please, you push you rally around this man and let him regain his sanity, his emotional instability. Please, God will heal you. You understand? You see, for this video, we are going to trend it. Nigerians will go hear what
So
Lutz did to you.
yeah, excuse me. There's one other thing I want to make clear here.
Mm,
Actually, there is a question you asked me, so let me give a little narrative on that question. You see,
it's okay.
um, probably I may fight this case. Then at the end of the day, I know institutions in Nigeria, the government institutions and the ministries, they collaborate against ordinary people. When the issues
Exactly.
arise, it's like a government, you can't win a government because the government owns all the institutions. They know how they can make their call and press their button. Then whatever you decide from here to Jerusalem, whatever they say transcends every other thing anyone will decide.
But most
So
times
in
it's
this
not like
situation,
that. It's not like that. If you have
anyway,
your case right, if you have your case
let me
right, you don't
then
win
on that
always.
process, I said I must
Mm,
let this issue out so that the
yeah.
public will understand actually that Luth is a dead zone. As you
Death
see
trap.
me right here talking, I can never recommend Luth or refer any human being if my worst enemy to Luth,
Ah,
unless someone who wants to sacrifice his life for
hmm.
laboratory practicals can say you can. I say go there. Let them experiment with your life or with anything in your health or in your body. You understand what I'm saying? So why I want to say this is that people should be cautious. People should be cautious of whatever they are doing with loot because it's not a place you can enter easily and come out easily.
Hmm.
Say
That's,
despite the exorbitant prices of everything in loot, another thing there is you are not coming back alive.
ah,
It
this
is
is
only
true.
out of miracle you can go and come back.
Child.
Everybody there is so mean and wicked. The nurses, if you see how they handle patients, could you imagine the night? My wife just came out from the delivery room.
Theater.
The
Mm.
second night, or the third night, a woman that was in pain, and that's a kind of a situation. The triplets were lined around her bed, and nobody was in that place with her in the night.
Ah,
Because
shit.
at the moment, everybody relating to the patient or the nursing mother they will just say out. Your visit time or you have expired. Then you go out. The person will be left alone. Not even
Hmm.
single human being will be beside that
Hey,
person. Then look at a woman
can
in
you
this
imagine?
situation. The triplets were lined up around her bed, only left with nursing. They call it nursing. Forgotten the term they use on it.
Is
Nursing
it midwife?
assistants. Nursing, no,
Nursing
nursing
assistant.
assistants, and the nurses
Can you
that
imagine?
are working that night. Not nurses, and maybe one or two nurses will be working for the night, and
Oh,
that would not nursing assistant. And there are other women that delivered, and this nursing assistant that is only one or so or two, she will be taking care of all the babies that are in the ward in that section. They probably
eh,
know babies now. This one will be crying, the other one will be crying, that one will be crying, and she may be in the other side taking care of the first one that was crying. Then now your baby needs to be taken care of because she's crying or the baby
shortage
is
of
crying.
manpower.
Then now
Shortage
what
of
will you
man.
do? What will you do? And my wife was shouting why the babies are crying. She cannot stand up and she
Ah,
cannot take care of much more of taking care of her baby. Then
it's
she was
okay, Mr.
shouting and
Ugo.
shouting to these nurses that my baby is crying. This They refused to listen
Ah,
until when they were due with the other side, then they can come
before they
around
will come.
and tend to the
And this
baby.
is happening in a whole
Look at that.
government
Look at that
hospital.
situation. This is all my
A
wife
whole
managed to
government
do.
hospital. This is not private hospital. Luth, a whole government hospital. Please, sir, how is
So
your triplets? How are they doing?
they are doing fine. They are doing fine. They are
Oh,
doing
well, I'm
fine.
so,
So
so sorry.
if
I'm
I
so
make a
sorry
move
for
now, you hear them, they will just come in with me now, and every day we scatter everything here now. So that's why I don't want.
child.
I would like to let them in, you know.
Child.
And that's another thing. So it's just to push my stories, let Nigerians hear what is happening. Let the
They
world hear
will,
what is happening. That look,
they will.
the government needs to do something about the medical teams, medical personnel. They are doing nothing. You see them with their
It's okay.
uniforms, you see them moving around all the time. So it is better they make it that's University of whatever training. But they should not let people in there and use them as for practicals. It's very unfair. I don't know how they can change this because the way what they are supposed to do in lab and
The way
the
we can
technical
change, the way
section,
we can,
they carry
the
it
way
in
we can
life
change
with the
this
public.
attitude, the way we can change this attitude is by the way you are talking now. If people can come out and talk, Nigeria will have the culture of not talking. If we start talking, Nigerian government will know that we are no longer happy. But we keeping quiet, they will feel that oh, Nigerians are okay. We need to talk. We need to bring all those ill action, ill attitude. We need to bring it to the public. People need to know. People need to hear about it. Then the Nigerian government can now make a move. If we don't talk, if they don't know what is happening to us, how will they make a change? So it starts with you and I because we have this attitude of letting it go. And because we let it go, that's why they do and treat us anyhow. And this time around, has Nigeria happened to you? Said no, nobody's going to treat you anyhow again. If Nigeria has happened to you, send me a DM and you'll be here, we'll talk about it. It is totally free. We are not charging you anything. Come and talk about how Nigerian happened to you. And that's what we are doing here. Mr. Ugo, we are very, very sorry. And we promise you are going to push your story. Nigerians are going to listen to you, depending on when you are ready to push this case against Luth. And for Luth, it is very, very wrong that a patient died out of your negligence in your hospital. You've not reached out to the husband, you've not reached out to the family. This is human being we are talking about. This is life that you wasted out of your own careless negligence and you just call their bluff. It is wrong. It is wrong. And I'm sending this message to DMG of Lutz, management of Lutz. Please, you guys should reach out to this man and do things right before he make this decision of pushing this case. Because if he decide to push this case, we will join him and will make sure he get justice. Mr. Go, thank you for coming and we're saying so sorry. Do you understand? The only mistake you made is deleting that picture, because I wish you have that picture of that man, that woman. Oh, Nigerians would have sold a little market to her now. And next time, when she sees the patient in Luth, she will treat her like a human being. So we're very sorry for your loss. Please take heart. It's one of those things. Nigeria happen to people anyhow. And that's why we have to start talking to stop Nigeria happening to us. Thank you for coming to the show. Please, we'll still bring you again because we have a lot to talk about. Take heart. I'm so sorry. Please try to get healed. You're not healed. You're really bitter. It's showing on your face. It's showing on your. It's not easy losing one's partner. You're not going to see her again. I know. I know the pains. I've gone. I've been there. I know how it feels like. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Please take heart. Accept our condolence.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
That's so sorry for what has Nigeria happened to you is a program of British World TV. Here we'll talk about the issues. How Nigeria happened to you. Is it negatively? Is it positively? Most times negative things happen to us in this country and we just look away. We just let it slide. And that is why people things keep happening to us because Nigerians don't know how to call off things. And here we are saying enough is enough. If Nigeria has happened to you, send us a DM. You will be here, we'll talk about it. People need to hear your voice. Nigeria needs to know what has happened to you. By only doing that, the Nigerian government will know what we don't like and what we want to be
Has
stopped.
Nigeria happened to you? Has Nigeria happened to you? Real pain, real lessons. Share your story on the BD Story on the BD's World podcast.
Yeah, share your story here. So
Ordinary people, extraordinary survival. Keep watching because every story can change a life. You're on BD's World TV.
Yes, you're on Billy's What share your stories. Has Nigeria happened to you? And our guest today was Mr. Ugo. He actually lost his lovely wife. The man is so pain. Luth, Lagos, did this to him. After surgery, they made a mistake in her intestine and they were not able to correct it. Her own doctor was not even reachable, was not reachable, and the woman died. One of these nurses made a statement telling the woman that she's not going to walk out of Luth alive. And when she died, the management were so concerned about the husband of the woman, deleting the picture of the woman he took. They are not even interested in the man who is in pain. Until today, they've not reached out to the family, they've not reached out to the husband. This is callousness, this is wickedness. If life does not want anything in Nigeria, BDSO TV from now on we will say no, life must want something. And that's where we'll be drawing the curtain today. Remember, my name is Bidi Nana. I am here to help you in your healing process. And if you have any issue, send me a DM and you'll be here talking about it. Remember, if you don't talk about issues, you don't get healed. Let's talk about it so that we can initiate your healing process.